Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome back to this episode with me, your host, Dallin Hawes. Again, it's always a pleasure to spend some time with you today. And today we're talking about 4 things. And these 4 things, if you apply them, can change your life forever, right? And I'm not just talking about finances today. That's a piece of it. But it's definitely not all of it. Because when it comes to life, and that's what we're talking about here is life in retirement, right? When we're talking about life, yes, money makes such a vast difference in our happiness, in our security, in our comfort. It makes a vast difference. But guess what? It's not the only thing that matters. And if we focus solely on money, we're not going to get there. We're not going to be as happy as we could be. So these 4 things give us the best chances of happiness in retirement, because that's the goal, right? Obviously, we want to be financially prepared, and I talk about that, about your federal benefits, your TSP, your pension, Social Security, all these things. We talk about things all the time about money, which is one step of the way, but it's not the whole way there. So, again, these 4 things give us the best chances of a happy, fulfilled retirement. Okay, number one is don't let fear control you. So, retiring is scary, okay? It is. It is. It's hard to escape that. First, we're used to getting a paycheck, money into our bank account every 2 weeks, right? It's a very comforting thing. We're used to it. We've been doing it for 20, 30 years, 40 years by the time we were retiring, right? We're used to it. It's comforting. In retirement, yes, we do get our pension and other things in retirement, but it's different. We're not used to it. It's every month. It's just a little different than we're used to. It's scary. Now, we're also relying on our investments, our TSP or IRA, whatever it is, and that's scary. We're relying on the stock market, right? If you sit and watch the stock market for days or weeks, it's scary. It's up and down. It's volatile, right? There's a lot of things to be worried about, right? And my thought is this, hey, life has risks. It's just built into life, right? We're living, so there's going to be risk of things, right? But we can't let fear stop us from being happy, from living a fulfilled life, from retiring sometimes. Sometimes I talk with people that are just so scared that even if they're financially prepared, they're too scared to make that jump, right? Don't let fear control your decisions. You want to make sure your decisions are based on logic, on your life, on your happiness, so that things work out in the end and you're not going to be on the roller coaster of the stock market or emotions, so that you don't let fear control your life. That's a huge one before retirement and in retirement, to enjoy it. You've worked so hard for it, enjoy it, right? Don't let fear worry you to pieces, okay? Next one. This is so huge. The next one is maintain your relationships, okay? So, as I've talked about before, when someone retires, a huge chunk of their social circle often disappears, right? They continue working, but you don't go into the office anymore. You don't go on those team meetings anymore. You're not doing that anymore. And so, a lot of the built-in social life that you had, it's gone. It's not there. And so you have to be proactive in maintaining the relationships that really matter to you. Right? Whether that's your spouse, whether it's your kids, whether that's your friends, whatever it is, right? Everyone has different relationships, and you have to find the ones that say, okay, for me, these relationships are key, and how do I be proactive in making sure as I transition to this new way of life in retirement, or even before retirement, whenever you are, relationships are often key. Now, everyone's a little different. Some people are a little more social than others, but regardless, relationships are important in some way or another to all of us, okay? And you want to make sure, if you want to be happy in retirement, you want to make sure you have a way to transition those relationships into your new stage of life. Maintain them, be proactive. It takes energy, right? Retirement is not about being lazy, it's about being prepared. And if you do all the things, then you will have a great retirement. Okay, third one, number 3. Keep a schedule. So one of the things that really trips a lot of retirees up is they don't have a built-in schedule or structure to their days anymore, right? They don't have a job anymore. They don't have something that they have to be to necessarily, and so they get unhealthy habits. They do things that they know they really shouldn't do, and as a result, they lose a lot of purpose, right? When they could sleep in whenever, right? It's hard. It's hard to stay motivated and working towards something if we lose our healthy habits that we had before, right? And I'm not saying don't take a break. I'm saying enjoy your retirement, take a break, but keep a schedule, right? Do the best you can to maintain those happy habits, those healthy habits of okay, at this time I'm going to work on this, and this time I'm going to do this time I'm going to spend time with my kids, this time I'm going to spend time with my wife. What is that going to look like for you? And even if you're not retired yet, okay, think about it, right? You don't have to know every single detail, but you have to start thinking about what that's going to look like for you, because it's not going to happen by accident. Retirement's not going to magically just fall in your lap and like, wow, this is the best time ever. It's going to happen because you've thought through it. And you know what kind of activities and relationships and people are going to make it incredible, and that you surround yourself with those sort of things, right? Even if it's volunteering, starting a business, whatever it is that's going to do it for you, make sure you surround yourself with that sort of thing all the time. Okay, last one. And this is my favorite one, okay? And I guess this episode is kind of getting life advice-y, right? And I don't intend to necessarily, but even as my work with my clients, it kind of gets to that where we're dealing with real life here. We can't separate money from our life. They're interconnected forever. And so number 4 is face your problems and your issues head on. Head on. Okay. Because we all have those things. We all have those things where it's kind of in the back of our mind, maybe an area of our life, maybe a task that we've been procrastinating that we know we should do this. Oh, we should do our estate planning. Oh, I really should start getting more serious about planning for retirement. Oh, I really should understand my TSP a little better. Oh, I really should spend more time with my spouse to get my relationship back. Whatever it is for you, it could be anything. You have to face it head on, okay? When it comes to planning for retirement, this is so relevant. And even in retirement, there's gonna be issues. There's gonna be roadblocks. There's gonna be things that come up. And the only way to get through it is you have to attack it head on. You have to say, okay, this has been an issue before, but not any longer. This has been an issue for the past me, but the current me, no, I'm facing it. I'm going to improve my relationship so that when I retire, it's enjoyable to spend time with my spouse. It's enjoyable to spend time with my grandkids. Whatever it is, you set yourself up for success because you face the hard things up front. And while up front is a little more painful in the short term, the long-term benefits are incredible. For example, if you face your retirement questions head on, you find answers, you plan, you get a plan in place, well, you're going to enjoy the fruits of those labors for your entire retirement because you prepared for it, right? The research and the things that you learn from this channel and from other things will help you for the rest of your life. Face your problems head on. That's my last piece of advice, and I hope that was helpful. Hopefully, it incentivizes all of us to improve our life in some way. Maybe not just financially, maybe in our relationships, maybe physically, maybe our health is out of line. Whatever it is for you, face it head on. Do something about it. Take at least a baby step today, and you'll thank yourself forever. So, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.